there was an idea. The idea was to bring together a group of remarkable people, see if they could become something more.
I have an army.
We have a Hulk.
This is the Marvel Tribe, brought to you by Walt's Apartment Podcast and the DisInsider.
Avengers!
Assemble.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Marvel Tribe. We are a group of excited and passionate individuals who have come together to share our love of all things Marvel. We are brought to you by Walt's Apartment Podcast and the DisInsider.com. I'm Sam, and tonight I'm excited to be joined by our amazing group of Marvel nerds. We've got David the Blurred Hulk, Breanna, and we are joined by our friend Louis from Sunken City Designs. How is everybody tonight?
Doing good.
Great.
It's Friday.
Happy Friday. From the big screen to the small print, feel the pulse in your chest so you know you're alive. One team, one love.
It's the Marvel Tribe.
Yay, we're back on the tribe.
Dude, it's been a while, so sorry. We life got in our way. So that happened. So forgive us. And we do this for free out of love anyway, so I don't really care if you guys criticize us for this. So but we do love you guys. We
do love you guys. But David, big life changes for you. Not really, but
well, it's big
happy changes.
Big changes for the whole podcast here. I mean, for those who don't know, the person who did the intro, that's a new cast member. Her name is Sam. Welcome, Sam, to joining the Marvel Tribe.
Yes. Thank you for having me. It's nice to be back with you guys.
But no, I got married here recently. It was a beautiful wedding, friends, family, lots of tears, happiness and restraining orders. It was the full gambit. It was good. So
I'm gonna need that restraining order story later. Off the air.
Exes come out of the woodwork. You never. No, there's no restraining orders. It was fun. It was good.
Breanna, how are you?
I'm great. Getting ready to not be able to go to Disneyland for like 8 weeks. So
for a couple months.
Just soaking up all the time you can get. And Louis, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited. Hey, I heard Camille Vasquez is available right now, so that restraining order, she can help you out.
Yeah.
Camille is fantastic. So, Louis, why don't you tell us about Sunken City Designs?
Yeah, so Sunken City Designs is a graphic design illustration project that I've started more aggressively in the last 2 or 3 years, but I've been drawing and sketching for most of my life. So Sunken City Designs is a portfolio of illustrations and designs that I've created using things like Marvel, Star Wars, Disney, old school 90s cartoons, Nickelodeons, and really adding an adult twist to them. Some of them are a little gory, still on the friendly side, but some of them might not have eyes. Some of them might miss an arm, holding an animated looking human heart. So just giving it a fun play on nostalgic cartoons that we used to enjoy when we were kids, to kind of rebrand them and refresh them for adults and youngsters coming up. So that's what Sunken City Design is. And it's been going strong for about 2 years now. And we are just continuing to grow and grow each month.
So I gotta say, I peeped out some of your work, man. I am truly a fan. I'm following all your stuff now. The illustrations you do is amazing. So yeah, check his stuff out. Follow him on Instagram and stuff, and don't forget to buy his merch when he releases more. So,
and we did have the pleasure of having Louis with us on our Walt's Apartment live show. Yes. So he got a taste of how we also enjoy a little adult twist to things. So we're glad that you agreed to join us tonight. We're super excited to jump into some Marvel combos. David, what do you want to talk about first, Blurred Hulk?
So we owe the fans, we left them kind of high and dry on the season finale of Moon Knight. So instead of doing our typical episode breakdown, we're just going to have a little powwow session about it. We're going to talk about the series, what we thought about the series, what we thought about how it ended, and then do we have any anticipation for possible second season and what that might look like. So yeah, anybody wants
just
to
yes. Just yes.
Just yes. Well,
Season 2 of Moon Knight right now, please.
Yeah, right now would be awesome and stuff. So
I don't think
talk about the ending. Go ahead.
Sorry, my excitement is exploding out of me. So I don't think that there is a Marvel Disney Plus show that I want a second season of as much as I do Moon Knight. Like, there's so much in that story that can be told. There's so many other like personalities that we have yet to see unwind. They set it up so perfectly. So I'm excited.
So go ahead, Lewis.
Create a whole cinematic universe just on Moon Knight. Like, that's how amazing that season was. Like, there's almost no need to introduce him to MCU. You could let him run with himself for a couple seasons. That series, I mean, I love the series. One thing I have an issue with the Disney Plus ones is I feel like that fifth, sometimes that fourth, fifth, sixth episode, depending on how long they get, they feel like they rush it. Give them 10, give them longer episodes. I mean, but overall, you know, you can't have too much sugar because then, you know, your teeth rot. So you got to get a little bit at a time.
I like that. Yeah, no, I'm the same. In fact, so first of all, the ending of this one was stellar. You know, I would have been extremely mad if we didn't get Jake at some point and stuff, because we know he was there. Anyone who's a fan, like, dude, you know he's there. Like, that's what these blackouts. But I do love the fact that the way they set up these personalities and because you know the main character, he has is it DID? DID?
Yeah, dissociative identity disorder.
Thank you. And so, just, you know, and for those who are old school, you used to hear it being called multiple personalities and stuff. I think they did a very good job with it, especially because you have one of the personalities and stuff have no clue that he has multiple personalities and stuff. So that's, you know, Stephen Grant and stuff. And then you have Mark Spector, who's aware of Stephen. So he's, you know, he knows that, you know, Stephen was created, you know, to help, you know, kind of protect him and stuff, and through all the traumas and stuff that he went through. But he was just like Stephen was completely unaware of Jake Lockley, who is this you know, badass from no other, who I think who Khonshu loves more than them all. I mean, that's if he can get rid of Mark and Steven and just have Jake, man, yeah,
Jake has no moral compass.
Yeah, I was gonna say the one that will just kill for him no matter what. Yeah,
no matter what. Yeah. You're feeding this personalities a need, and so yeah, I think that they make a good pair, and I would love to see more of that relationship develop in a second season and stuff. But yeah, I loved it. It was really, really, really well made. I wish it was longer. Like Lewis said, I'd love to have a 10 episode and maybe, you know, 40, 45, 50 minute run and stuff. You know, but it, you know, they have to give us a little bit. They like Lewis said, you don't want to rot your teeth on a lot of Marvel stuff. So, but I kind of do. So,
well, that takes us back to that whole like gamma waves conversation you and I had on Disology that one time. Like, they can feed you a little bit at a time, and it keeps you addicted and wanting more. So if they give you too much at once, then you can kind of like if they're not giving you a break between things, you're going to be less likely to consume the next thing as powerfully as you consumed everything else.
So I'm going to say this then, because you're 100% right. You're 100% accurate. There's a psychology to this. It does keep their subscribers subscribed longer, because especially when you have these week after weeks and you get new content and different shows and stuff. It's the secret sauce for a lot of these streaming services and stuff. With that said, I don't care. I will pay a premium for me to have it my way. So if they're like, hey, guess what? You can have all of the episodes, but you have to pay like, you know, $25 a month, you know, to get that premium premiere access. I would have signed up before they finished the sentence.
I would have too.
And you bring up a good point. If they were to, 6 episodes, one each week, that's 6 weeks. So that's only a month and a half of subscriptions.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to go 12 weeks, that's 3 months of subscription. So you don't even have to charge more. You get more episodes. And Disney, I enjoy that they do the week to week. It kind of gives you like a break in between. Because sometimes I'll ruin a whole day binge watching a show on Netflix because like all 38 episodes are out. Like, all right, let's go. Yeah. So I like that it's week to week. And on a business aspect, I think if they were to give us 12, that's 3 months of subscriptions.
Yeah, I really think Marvel needs to kind of subscribe to that TV writing a bit more. Because they've sat there and go, this is kind of like a movie, but we're making it a TV show, and it hurts the pacing a bit, and it's a little weird. I still love every single show, and I've watched it and rewatched every single show. So I was like, they're not losing me because of this. But when you sit down and go, yeah, we could have, done something and, pace this better at a 10-episode actual TV show, go for it. Because I do think that I loved this finale because I got what I wanted out of it. I got Layla. But I think this was the definition of a rushed finale.
And when you look at WandaVision was built for Disney Plus. I think it was 10 episodes, if I'm not mistaken. And it was built to be set up show after show after show. Yeah. And I feel like things like Hawkeye and stuff like that, I think they were not intended for Disney Plus, and then they made some minor changes to put on Disney Plus, and that's why we only got the 6 episodes, is because it was meant for the big screen. Yeah. WandaVision was built for Disney Plus, and if they use that formula, everyone loves WandaVision. I haven't met anyone because they don't.
Yeah.
No, 100%. I agree. I think they added that bring you along kind of mystery uncovering. They did the exploratory of the characters and what's going on and stuff. Where in movies they just don't have the time to do that. And a lot of these Disney Plus shows are longer movies, and they don't, like Breanna saying, take that really extra time to kind of deep dive into some things and stuff. Because we could have, just when you write for TV, you can have an entire episode about an obscure character and stuff that adds more depth to the show as a whole. You can't do that with a six story arc and stuff. That just doesn't really translate very well and stuff, because you get a lot of people and so we do get, Disney Plus and, especially Marvel, when they put out this content, they do get that common theme that there's a good amount of people who aren't really super, super fans of Marvel stuff say it kind of starts out kind of slow, or want to see where things are going and stuff. And then it picks up, episode, 3, 4, and then we're like, wow, it's almost over. We got 1 or 2 more episodes left. So yeah, I get it, and it's absolutely fair criticism. WandaVision was definitely really a marvel and a breakthrough for a lot of reasons. For me, the biggest one was you don't really see actual movie stars on the big screen doing television related content and stuff like that, but playing the same characters. You may get an we normally, like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or we get these characters that we don't really have any expectations to see up on the big screen, or that, we may get one, we get like a cameo, or, we get Agent Coulson and Nick Fury, or, something to kind of tease a tie and stuff. But this is full on. These characters are what you see on the big screen. And that was something that was really cool, and it worked very well. So I'm excited. I'm excited for what the future holds. I can't wait. We got She-Hulk coming out down the pipe. We got Miss Marvel. So we have definitely some interesting shows that are on deck here. So
I want to take it back to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for just 1 second. Because if Kevin Feige were to take Brett Dalton and put him into the MCU, I would love that. So Kevin Feige, if you're listening, because we know obviously you listen to the Marvel Tribe, your best source of Marvel entertainment, Kevin Feige.
He doesn't listen to new people though. So.
Oh, well, I'm not new. I was just sick. You guys are rough. Brett Dalton, give me more Brett Dalton, please. Thank you. carry on.
But yeah, so I do think, even though I just said that I would like this to be in like more of a TV series way, that this is kind of the future that we're getting with streaming services. We're looking at new ways to write shows. So I don't think this is going away. I think this is what we're going to get. I'm just hoping that we can figure out how not to have 45 minutes of this mass, finale where I'm like, oh, okay, man, that was a ride. And then we sat here and talked about WandaVision, and I do think it was great, and I do think that it was a bit rushed there at the end too because of how it started. There was 2 parts to that show, and you knew when you hit part 2. But I think back to when they kind of announced that they did take Doctor Strange and people out of the finale to see how rushed it was. So it's definitely still, obviously it was the very first show that they had came out on Disney Plus. So I was like, they're definitely still experimenting with how they're writing these. And I'm kind of excited to see where it goes. Hopefully more episodes that we've talked about. That just more. We just want more Marvel. I think that's the thing here. More Marvel, please.
So, you guys want to rank some of the shows and stuff? Like, what do you think so far? Where we are on the Marvel shows, as far as your own personal rankings? So we got the WandaVision. We got Falcon and Winter Soldier. We got Hawkeye.
Loki.
We got Loki, and we got Moon Knight here and stuff. Anybody, your top 2, top 3. You can rank them all if you want, if you feel so inclined.
All right, I got this.
I was like, all right, I think I got this. Go ahead. You go first.
All right.
You go Moon Knight.
Okay.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier. WandaVision. Loki. Hawkeye.
Ooh. Okay. All right, Breanna. What you got?
I think I'm gonna have Loki, Moon Knight, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, WandaVision, and then Hawkeye.
Okay.
I liked all of these, so it's really hard to put these in order, but I think that's what I have to go with.
Oh, and I forgot one more. The What If series is going to be counted on here.
Okay. Well, What If would be
What If is very end. The very end.
Yeah.
What about you, Lewis?
All right, so mine, it's Moon Knight and then a very close one, WandaVision. Moon Knight simply because it's a new character. We haven't seen him yet. And I love the serious comedy in it. It stole the show for me, but it's Moon Knight, WandaVision, Loki, Hawkeye, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I don't mean to put Falcon and the Winter Soldier down at the bottom. It was really good.
No,
but when I look at content, I'm like, man, I didn't need that story. Like, it was a story that was, all right, you gave it to us, but I'll take it.
I needed that story.
I did too, only because it is setting up so much more. We needed the...
You need that Winter Soldier fix.
No, it wasn't Winter Soldier. For me, it set up Nathaniel's story and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So for what's his name?
Patriot.
Yeah.
Isaiah Bradley. Yep.
Isaiah Bradley.
Bradley. Yes. So yeah, it did pretty good. And just I just going off of what Lewis said. Putting things last doesn't mean that it was the worst show. It's just that's just kind of how the rankings fall and stuff. If we
literally loved all of them.
Yeah, if we were to rank MCU movies and stuff, my last place is the worst. I will never want to rewatch that movie again as long as I live. So, but for the shows, I enjoyed them all, but they do have a specific order and stuff. So for me, I actually like Moon Knight. The new character. I really love that story arc. I love the comic book runs. Loki. I go back and forth between Loki and WandaVision and stuff, but I do like Loki. I thought Owen Wilson's character actually really helped with that show. It was just a good play with those two back and forth and stuff. WandaVision, obviously, because that's definitely the biggest eye connection and stuff to that informs the next phase of the multiverse and stuff. Falcon and Winter Soldier, and then for me, Hawkeye was on the bottom. And it's not, like I said, it wasn't a bad show at all, and I liked it. I would have loved to see a little bit more. There's some goofiness there that really just wasn't necessary. You can still tell you can tell you're diehardist, type show and stuff like that. That, I mean, we obviously with the Christmas theme and everything else, and the action comedy kind of, but some of the comedy was a little too cartoonish, and it kind of takes you out of it and stuff. And so yeah, that's why I put that at the bottom there. So
I felt like Hawkeye had just a lot of villains or a lot of enemies, and that's kind of like we talked about, like the TV show aspect, where we could have spread that out a little bit, I think, and it would have been better.
Yeah,
because I was like, okay, all of a sudden every single person's coming after Hawkeye, and I was like, oh my.
And we got no real true training montage. Kate Bishop was ready, locked, and load. She's like, all right,
first scene.
And don't get me wrong, she's a badass in her own right. She absolutely is. She did justice to the character and stuff. But you want a little bit of like, get that little thematic music going, get some montages and stuff. It's like, Hawkeye passing down some wisdom, but she was hanging toe to toe with Hawkeye and saved his ass in a few of these and stuff. So
did have the montage with the ugly Christmas sweaters. So
yeah. There's that part.
Yeah,
so
okay. Hawkeye and Falcon and Winter Soldier, those two, I think the importance of those two, they're very important, but primarily for what we're stopping and what we're bringing forth. And that's what I find important with those two. As we're like WandaVision, Moon Knight, and Loki, it's just hitting the ground running with all new information.
Yes. Yeah. I like the way you put that. So, all right, so let's talk about something that WandaVision, a show that a movie that they informed. We're going to talk about Doctor Strange 2. Everyone here saw Doctor Strange 2, right? We're not. Yeah, we saw Doctor Strange.
I'm going to be very honest. I have not yet.
All right. But we can do this non-spoiler.
No, it's okay. I've already heard. The reason why I haven't is because a lot of my friends really opened up the news straight out the gate. So for me now, I'm like, well, I'll just wait till Disney Plus now, since I know everything you've shared. So I'm completely open.
Okay. So, Doctor Strange 2, the setting of events, it picks up kind of right after WandaVision. It's Sam Raimi as a director, who is a great, I think, in my opinion, he's a good director. I like his horror comedy stuff. If you're a fan of Evil Dead and stuff like that, he did the Spider-Man, I believe, as well. And I like the way he does this stuff. They promised a horror movie. They delivered on some jump scares. They did do that. It was a horror. So for a PG-13 movie, it was about as horror as you can get away with. So I'll say that. If this was rated R, holy shit, the stuff they could have taken it to. You saw the groundwork and stuff for it and stuff. But I think it was more of the PG-13 rating versus how they were writing out the scenes and stuff, which was, kind of handcuffed them a little bit on how much they can do and stuff.
I was like, there's a lot of good PG-13 horror movies out there. I feel like this was more of, we still got to keep it a Marvel movie. Yeah. So to keep it that. So I was like, very much a Marvel movie with a lot of horror aspects. That's what I feel like I would consider it.
Yeah, they've kind of got to ease us into it for those theatrical releases. Favorite scene?
So for me, I was gung-ho about getting the actual multiverse, to see all the different variants and everything else and stuff. So right out the gate, we see, the variant of Doctor Strange with America Chavez and stuff, being chased by some creatures and stuff in a different universe. So, but my favorite, I'm not gonna lie, my favorite absolute scene was the Illuminati scene.
Yes, I was waiting for that.
when they came out, and I can even tell you the favorite moment was when I saw the animated series version of Professor X in his yellow hover wheelchair and stuff. Was the most. It took me back to my 90s childhood and stuff right there. I was like, oh my God. And we have, you have the Professor X and stuff there. So that scene was amazing, that reveal. So
my reaction.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I wish you could see Sam right now because she's like about to faint.
I'm about to explode because that was like that scene. Okay, so I'm sitting with my husband who's not as big of a Marvel fan as I am, and my 6-year-old, and he enjoys the movies and stuff, but he doesn't consume things the way that I do. Mm-hmm. And so like Professor X comes out, and I was like, and then he's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm okay." And then Reed Richards, and I was like, even bigger. And he was like, "I don't get it. What's happening?" I was like, "I will explain it to you later. Just let me have this moment." Tears in my eyes, and then they all got decimated. So,
that was necessary. So I know some people felt gypped or they got ripped off for that part, but that actually was necessary.
I understand that. Yes,
they had to have a good power base that the Scarlet Witch could display her power and that was them. Like, we got the Kamatage, and we have all the the sorcerers and everything else, but that's not equal display of what Wanda can do. What Scarlet Witch can do.
Literally literally took some of the best and defeated them with their own strengths.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
She manipulated their own strengths to defeat them. I mean, Miss Marvel got crushed by a rock, so.
That still makes me angry.
And let me clarify that too, because I've gotten to I had to clarify that on a few other discussion forums and stuff, because people, and I guess they could have did a better job explaining or showing what that actually was. But Scarlet Witch has the canon ability to take your power with her chaos magic and everything else. And that's what she did to Captain Marvel. She snatched her power from her. So you saw when she got tossed to the ground, Ragdoll, she was not glowing that cosmic glow anymore. Her power is now in the hands of Wanda. And then Wanda crushed her. So she crushed the very human, Monica, Marie Rambeau and stuff. So that's what happened. She wasn't crushing, the cosmic, imbued Captain Marvel and stuff. That was a human being.
With all of those protections. No.
Yeah.
She sucked her dry.
Yeah, that's
sorry, Louis.
That gets into one of my biggest complaints about Marvel.
From outsider looking in. So I know the length of the movie was quite. I mean, obviously nothing compares to Endgame anymore. Endgame has changed the game literally. Yeah. But one question that I have, and I guess I'll play that part since I haven't seen it quite yet, was the runtime consistent? Because I hear mixed reviews that the runtime was too long. It could have been shorter. And then obviously a lot of diehard fans is like, no, I'll sit there for 24 hours if you let me. So was the runtime too much or not enough?
So I got two answers for it, and they're both the same. Or not both the same. Diehard fan, yes, I sympathize and I completely understand. I can sit here. If you give me a 4-hour Doctor Strange movie, I would sit there for the whole 4 hours. Now, with that said, for a new person and stuff who's really kind of getting introduced to this, there's some parts that they could have cut out are reduced down and stuff, and still told the exact story they're trying to tell. They were kind of laboring on a few things and stuff. So I agree for your lay fan or just your average moviegoer. The runtime might have been a little bit long, but that's my opinion. So,
gotcha.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I feel like it was still a decently fast-paced movie. When it needed to be and into the storyline that it was still pretty fast-paced. But I don't fully know where or when they should have slowed it down, so I can't really give a good answer to that. I do know it's still
cut out all the credits and then just give me the end and
just
mid-roll credit scenes, like right after the movie, so I don't have to sit there with a 6-year-old for 25 minutes watching the credits roll on the screen and her saying, "Mommy, the movie's over. Why can't we leave?" And I'm like, "Listen, child, you see all these other people leaving? We are not like these people. We know what's to come.
You don't be like these people."
I have a meme saved in my phone for every time I watch a Marvel movie since Black Panther came out. And it says something like people leaving during the credits, not waiting for the end scene. And your kid asks you, like, "Why are we leaving?" Like, "We don't do that here. Like, you wait until the end." And I love it. Every time a Marvel movie comes out, I share it.
We don't do that here. That's not what we do. Yes.
I in fact had that conversation with my 6-year-old.
That's awesome.
Yeah. After 25 plus movies and stuff, you would think, seeing some of these newer releases in the theaters, that a good amount of people would, be like, "Yeah, we stay till after the credits." But you still see the occasional people get up, and as soon as it's over, and they just take off. Now, don't get me wrong.
Just look at them like.
This was the first one where I didn't like both end credit scenes. I liked the one where we got Clea, played by the amazing what's her name? Charlize Theron. And then I'm gonna spoil this again, Lewis. Sorry, and then we get the end credit with he lives here in the Rogue Valley. Why can't I? From the Evil Dead. Why am I spacing on his name? He plays Nash in the Evil. It's going to come to me. Anyway, with him, it was unnecessary. Unless they're going to have him say some kind of reference to his pop culture legacy status and stuff, which they didn't do. It wasn't necessary at all. So,
with end right now, I think end credits are sometimes a gamble. Because especially with so many different directors and then visions, I get the question asked all the time when I start talking Marvel, like, "Where's Adam?" Granted, we haven't got Volume 3 yet.
Yeah.
Guardians 2 wasn't the biggest fan of, but it was a good movie. But I think end credits now for Marvel, they almost have to be cautious because they may send an end credit out and then realize, now we're going to change the view of the story. And now that credit is just kind of lost, like Vanellope from Wreck-It Ralph, like just sitting out in the outskirts. So it's like, what happened to that end credit? So end credits are a bit of a gamble, and I think they play it safe now because that way it doesn't leave too much for us fans to speculate and hope they're going that way.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. If I could have replaced one of them that wouldn't really cause too much speculation or a lot, I would have added Wade Wilson in one of those and stuff. Him maybe walking by the hot dog cart guy or something like that and stuff. And then because I get it, yes, 100%. Like, hey, we have this big giant golden egg that's being hatched. Who's in there? And then we don't ever get the payoff on that. So yes, there is that. And so we do form these speculations and everything else and stuff. But I like it. I think it's a part of the Marvel, the Marvel fervor. It's kind of. We turn into it's like those Nancy Drew books and stuff, those mysteries and stuff. There's a mystery hidden on every corner and stuff. Some of us go a little crazy and we go down rabbit holes and we really add nuances to stuff that is just right there on the surface. Don't need it. But it's still fun. It's fun. It actually what makes podcasts like this exist, because we can deep dive into into what we think that they're going to be doing and stuff. But this one, I thought the second end credit is like, unless I missed something, and maybe I'll rewatch it. Maybe there's something there. See, look, I'm doing it now. I'm like,
I could
accept that it was just
Dead more than it is.
Yeah.
And Sam Raimi's other
Bruce Campbell, thank you. Oh my God, sorry. The great
there you go
actor Bruce Campbell is who I was talking about. So, sorry.
Speaking of Doctor Strange, I think June 22nd hits Disney Plus.
Yes, and I'm going to be watching it at least 5 times. So,
can we have a watch party? Let's do a Disney Plus watch party.
I'm okay with that. In fact, I think did they improve their thing? You can still you can do like emojis and all
You can
kinds
do
of stuff.
emojis, but you can't chat. I do wish you could do it the way that you do, like when you're doing an Amazon Prime watch party, like a Prime Video watch party,
Yeah.
where like you can live chat in the movie feed,
Yeah, that would be kind
which
of
is
cool.
fun. So Disney, if you're taking notes, because obviously everybody
Yeah.
listens to us. Yes, obviously.
We know that we're the most important.
Yes, obviously. So we've got lots to come this summer.
We do.
Lots. I didn't realize how much it was until like 2 days ago, and I was like, "Oh, so I'm just watching movies and TV all
Basically.
summer." Got it.
I mean, so we're gonna get Thor: Love and Thunder. What's the release on that?
So
July 8th.
yeah, I believe it is. I need to confirm that. I don't have it in my notes. It's in July sometime. So
Speaking of Thor: Love and Thunder, after we're talking on the apartment podcast, Walt's apartment. I don't know if you guys. I meant to send it out on my Instagram, but there is a Funko Pop out there where they have Thor, and I don't know if it's real or not, but if it's real, it's pretty cool. It's that end scene where they said he snapped too hard, and around his midsection, it's all like little bricks, like all different colors, representing the bird scene. So I don't know if it's real or not, but if it is, that's
so funny.
It should be.
that would be something Funko would absolutely do, and they would sell a crap ton of that and stuff too. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy it, but I'm going to check to verify it's real. So you may see it in the back of my little starter display there and stuff. Only
But you
because
didn't buy it.
only just because I was checking to see if it was real.
Yeah.
And they don't have a return policy, and I forgot the return label, and it just sits on my shelf now. That's why I would own the pixelated naked Thor. Anyway.
It is July 8th for Thor: Love and Thunder.
Thank you.
Trailers that we have seen so far. Love it.
Oh yeah. In fact, so let's get into it. So we got Thor: Love and Thunder, and actually right after this topic, because I do want to kind of lend a little bit of our platform to talk about the toxic fandom and stuff, because it still persists, and I want to take every avenue we can to shut shit down and just call it out and stuff. But
And we know, honestly, it's going to get bad with She-Hulk and Miss Marvel.
Oh, it is, and stuff. So just know you trolls don't have any safe space no matter where you go. But yeah,
not here.
Nope.
We'd be spicy.
So Thor: Love and Thunder, the premise is, Thor is kind of, he's doing his Guardians of the Galaxy stuff, and he's kind of halfway between, the people of Asgard, which is on Earth, and we have King Valkyrie there, and we also get to see Jane Foster don, she got Mjolnir back together, and she's the new, Thor,
Lady Thor.
Mini Thor. We got Christian.
Lady Thor. Not mini.
She's just Thor. She's a badass Thor.
But she's not mini.
So, and then we got Christian Bale, who is coming in. This is his introduction to the Marvel Universe, and he's playing Gore the God Butcher, which is a gory character who is absolutely a power base. It's a very sad story. It's kind of a little bit similar as far as a relatability story that I would say Killmonger is, because you understand his Gore's motivation and stuff.
Yeah.
The gods are very much into themselves, so much to the peril of his people and his planet and everything else and stuff.
And we'll do like a preview show, like to give the backstory and stuff before the movie comes out.
Yeah, I would love to do that. In one of our future episodes, do a kind of a character rundown on Gore. Because I think people will sympathize a little bit with them, and despite how much you love Thor and all the other characters, and we got Korg coming back and stuff, who is played by Taika Waititi, who I love. I'm a huge fanboy. In fact, just so you guys know, I just started watching because someone told me they're going over all Taika's stuff, and I was like, there's a vampire show that he did, and I had no clue. I never heard of it. It's like what we do in the shadows. And so I started watching it, and oh my god, it's
that
amazing.
Sounds right up my alley. Please send me the name of it later.
Yes, called what we do in the shadows and stuff.
Yes.
And It's hilarious. It's about these vampires who are roommates. They live in this house in New Jersey, and they were technically sent to go conquer the United States, but somehow they conquered like 5 houses on the block, and
so they made a little frat village.
It's oh my god, it's hilarious. It's kind of shot in the realm of The Office, so you get the whole they interact with the audience as well as the camera people and stuff, and unlike The Office, some of the camera people die. They get put in situations that they have to film these people in, and their one was stuck in a well because they're going to. I'm just going to spoil this little scene. They're supposed to burn them with sunlight, so they stuck them in a well. One of the vampires. Well, the camera guy is in the well with the vampire. The vampire somehow managed to escape, but the camera guy is just stuck at the bottom of the well, and we never hear from him again. That's just kind of how. So I love the show. I definitely recommend watching if you're a huge Taika fan. So,
which we all are. So yeah, we've got that coming, and then August 17th, She-Hulk.
Yes.
We've got
Disney
Miss Marvel coming.
Disney Plus.
So Miss Marvel's coming this month, right?
Yep, Kamala Khan. Yeah, I believe she is scheduled to end of this month.
Yeah, I was like, they just had the premiere yesterday.
So yeah, we should see her in a few weeks.
And that means you'll be hearing more from us about her. What else? Let's talk. Are you ready to move into toxic fandom?
We can, yeah. And let's.
Or you want to talk more about?
You got anything to add about Thor: Love and Thunder coming out?
No, I mean besides that, it needs to hurry up. Other than that, though, I'm ready.
Right on. I can't wait, and I really want to really see what that Loki tattoo was about, because Thor apparently has a tramp stamp of Loki on his back there, while everyone else was trying to look through the pixels and stuff. I was looking at Thor's back, and I was like, oh yeah, that's Loki, his tattoo of his brother.
Got a Loki tramp stamp.
Yep.
Part of me wonders if Loki did that as an act of mischief, and Thor doesn't know it's there.
I could see that.
I hope so. I hope that somehow that gets brought.
Like a dude, where's my car tattoo?
Oh, that classic scene. Oh, that would be great.
Like Party Thor from the What If series got too plastered, and Loki came in and gave him a sleepy tattoo.
That would tie in the Loki series so much, and then you have Mobius comes in like, what the hell are you doing, man? Like, I'm gonna have to erase this timeline if you don't leave. Like, and then he leaves, and so yeah, that would be hilarious, and that'd be a great tie-in.
The odds of that happening are slim to none, but
yeah.
I want to go with it still, just until we see what really happens. It makes me happy, so we're gonna go with it. All right, toxic fandom. Yes. Let's hit it.
All right, so just like with Star Wars dealing with their own stuff, we have it over here too at Marvel. And it really sucks, and there's no real place for it and stuff. I mean, the goal of fandom is just sharing something that you like, a hobby, a passion that we all like. We all love the superhero genre. We all love the characters and stuff. And the truth is, there's always going to be people who claim to be true fans and purists, and they always talk about woke culture and this and that as if it's a negative thing and stuff. And I'll say this: these guys at Marvel Studios, all of them, from the comic books to the movie production people, put their blood, sweat, and tears into this. And the thing is, it's their properties. So if they want to make, and it's not like they're the whole woke culture that a lot of people like, they're getting backlash for. Hey, what's up? Backlash for She-Hulk, like they're turning Hulk into a girl. She-Hulk existed well before what people call woke culture and stuff. The female Thor, Jane Foster's Thor existed well before all of this and stuff. So it really kind of shows people's ignorance about what's happening in the Marvel world. The fact that Marvel is being very aware of their audience and their fan base, and making sure that not only just our extras are verse are some of our stars are, and the stories that we tell, which is also a huge legacy of Stan Lee. That's what he was very much a social guy when he was doing Marvel stuff. Him and Jack Kirby and stuff. They would talk. They talked about back Black Panther beating up the KKK. Captain America smacking the shit out of, or punching a Nazi and stuff. It's this thing that they don't shy away from this stuff, and so. For a lot of people, I know it's escapism and everything else, and you don't want to see this. Well, you're in the wrong fandom if that's the case, because it's always been peppered throughout Marvel's history, even when there were timely comics and before that and stuff. So with that, you can't use misogynistic attitudes or racist attitudes as fair criticisms. You just can't. You can't hide behind like, well, I'm just critiquing. I'm just giving,
or homosexual.
Yeah, or being homophobic and stuff. You don't get to say, well, I'm just critiquing, just my opinion. No, you're not. You're not. You're being one of those asshole people and stuff.
I just want to smack him on the head and say, if you don't like it, don't consume it.
So
stop giving them your money if you don't like it.
So we're open platform, and it's it's not just my voice that carries. All of us have a voice. We all respect each other's different each other's opinions, and we all go through life through different lenses and different things. And I'm always open to being challenged or learning new things, and that's just me. So I would never shut someone down for something that's being fair, but being homophobic, misogynistic, racist and stuff. That don't play, man. That it just doesn't. You're adding toxicity to a really dope fandom that we all should be, proud to be a part of and stuff. So,
like you said, David, like these things are not brand new things that are being written by Kevin Feige. They are 50, 60 years ago in the comic books this way. Mm-hmm. Kevin Feige is using the platform that he has to shed light on those comic book situations that people just need to wake up to. It's not about it's about being kind and about having compassion and understanding other people. And like you said, understanding people through their different lenses. So if you don't like it, don't watch it. Leave it for the rest of us to enjoy.
Exit stage left and stuff. And I don't want to be a gatekeeper and stuff, but for certain things like this and stuff, I absolutely willingly do that and stuff. So,
and I think there's a good thing to also think about too is if you don't like the character or say the way the script is written or the acting is done, don't go to something that's even worse. You brought the Star Wars character. I mean, she's getting a lot of threats like that, and it really started because some people didn't like the character. If you don't like the character, you don't like what's happening, that's okay. Mm-hmm. That's what it's all about. There's different eras and lines of comics. We may like one comic of Spider-Man and not the other because it's not working. Mm-hmm. But don't go after that actor or actress or producer or whoever it is about their personal things because the fact that you didn't like how the character was portrayed. Keep the fantasy to fantasy and the real life stuff to real life. If you don't like what's being showed, well, maybe next season, next movie will get better. Everybody hated Jar Jar Binks in the beginning. Now there's a huge fan following.
Yep.
I mean, look at it in the
that I don't understand. But some of us also just don't like Spider-Man at all as a character.
That's fine.
But I'm not sitting here and honestly, it's just a joke at this point. I don't actually just I just find his character itself annoying, comic books and all. But I'm not going and attacking anybody that is writing him into films. I'm not going and attacking anybody. Yeah, we sit here and we joke about it. And I'm like, oh, Spider-Man. But that's spreading unnecessary hate is just toxic. And if you have an issue with something and it hurts your soul that much that you have to be loud about it, there's an issue you need to look at.
And here's the thing. I honestly think a lot of these people do this just to see the world burn. They come in and troll things. They help spark controversy because they can change the conversation. They can change
because their lives are boring and they need to feel meaningful.
True, yeah. And
keyboard warriors.
And so I'm this is the one time I'm going to tell you guys this because it really translates into a lot of things in our lives and stuff. When we ignore it, it doesn't get better. And as much as I've heard that for all my life about just ignore. It's like ignoring the crying tantrum kid and stuff. Well, that's one thing if the kid was isolated, but the kid is online that's throwing a tantrum. He's able to mobilize and he has the power of the internet and everything else and stuff. And so here's the thing. We win as a fandom when we don't ignore it and we tell people to stop or we call people out and stuff. We don't let the bullies to continue the bully unfettered. We don't let the trolls to come and sway the conversation, into this, whatever hatred thing and stuff. When you call stuff out and stuff, you're actually fighting that toxic culture and stuff that's in our fandom and stuff. And it's easy for us. I mean, I don't want to do it. It's not a job I sign up for. I don't want to sit there and go through things and like, oh my God, that's very racist or that's very sexist, dude. That's, I don't want to do that, but I do it because I know my kids, my daughter, she's a Marvel fan and stuff. And she comes on to some of these forums or she reads these articles and she as a woman and stuff understands when people are being misogynistic and stuff. And I'm not blind to it. I understand it too. So if I have the opportunity to lend a voice and say, yeah, no, that's not all of us, and I speak out about it and stuff, it's a good thing. So I want to protect our fandom because our fandom is way better than Star Wars fandom. Just saying, it's just a fact. We're better than the Harry Potter fandom. Just saying. Also, just a fact. And in fact, I think they're Harry Potter. Never mind. Anyway.
So Chris Alardi, McChristo, and I got into a disagreement today where he kind of told me basically Harry Potter is Star Wars, and he wasn't wrong.
It kind of is Star Wars a little bit. That it's this window dressing.
He's like Voldemort is the Death Star, and they were both raised by their aunt and uncle and got picked up by some guy with a beard and taught to wield the Force or magic. And I was like, I hate you right now, Chris. I hate you. He ruined it for me. I miss the shenanigans on the tribe.
You're also gullible too, so
I am.
I can tell you right now that Harry Potter is more akin to the Smurfs than it is to
Listen, we are done with this. We are moving on to our game.
I mean, Papa Smurf, and I can paint the correlation for you and stuff.
Yeah, let's not do that. Let's play our game.
All right.
But yeah, I was gonna say, I still remember the very first right when I was getting back into Marvel, aka when I graduated from college and had money to actually go back to the movies. I wasn't even sitting in a Marvel movie. I don't remember what movie I was sitting to get ready to watch, and the people behind me are going, oh my God, yeah, I hate Captain Marvel. Like, she's literally the worst character. And then the guy goes, oh yeah, when did you watch it? And he goes, oh, I haven't watched it. I'm never going to watch that movie. And I was like, all right.
I was going to share that. That's a difficult thing is how much bad rumors and hate start before you've seen the movie.
Yes.
Because social media makes it seem, media in general sometimes, you start just listening to it. You're like, yeah, I don't like them. But your inner self, you're like, I kind of want to like them, but I also don't want to befriend my friends, so I'm not gonna like them either. It's like, man, there's so many characters that I thought I wouldn't like going into, and not because I didn't like them, just like, oh, we'll see how that goes, and walked out and like, that's my favorite character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the amount of hate I've heard for Miss Marvel already is insane. Like, the amount of people that have already started calling her annoying. And I still remember I was listening to another podcast, and I won't name it mostly because I don't actually fully remember. But they were talking about that, and they're like,
Come on, Breanna,
so he's
name
going to be
drop.
like, no, they're going to be like Spider-Man, like, you know, she's young like that, like in school, and they go, oh, well, more annoying than that. Like, and I was like,
it doesn't get much more annoying.
Right? And I did think of Sam, where I was like, I don't know if Sam would agree with that, but I was just also like, we haven't seen anything yet to decide that. Like, but everyone's made their opinions already. Well, not everyone, but people have made their opinions already. So,
yep. So all you trolls, go away. Or just go away. Do something else with your time and stuff. It's if you want to, you can criticize characters, like Lewis said and stuff. The script writing, the track. There's a whole bunch of stuff people have real issues and stuff with. You can feel free to talk about that. But when you go off into this hateful realm of the world, it's just. Dude, I'm sorry for your sad life that you have to put that out there and stuff. Yes, Nick Fury is black. That's how that is. Deal with it. Heimdall, Captain Marvel, she's very much a cosmic power wonder. That's just kind of how it is. You can hate her character and stuff, but to throw hate at Brie Larson, who was saying, "Well, I wish that." All the critics was a little bit more diverse and more representative of the fandoms and stuff. Where's the fault in that and stuff? So, but yep, that's me. If anyone else has any other input, otherwise, let's play some games. Go ahead.
I got one thing about Nick Fury. He's not black. He's Samuel Jackson.
He's Sam Jackson. He specifically is Sam Jackson. In fact, I stand corrected, Lewis, because when they actually redid Nick Fury, they actually purposely admitted that they did it off of Samuel L. Jackson's
That's
character,
right.
Which is why Sam Jackson got all the roles he got to play with them, because that's part of the deal, because he could have bankrupted Marvel if he sued their ass for what they did and stuff. So yes, Nick Fury is Sam Jackson, and take that. All right, so let's get into this amazing game. For those of you guys who don't know, this game is called Degrees of Marvel. So it's similar to the 6 Degrees of Separation. Kevin Bacon show a game that was back in the early 90s and stuff, where Kevin Bacon was such a big star that you couldn't really think of the actress or actor that you couldn't connect to Kevin Bacon within six movies and stuff, or six connections and stuff. So we're doing the same thing here because Marvel is such a big, fantastic beast. We get amazing star power. In fact, you'd be hard pressed to find someone who isn't working on a Marvel project right now and stuff. That we developed this where it's just called Degrees of Separation, and the game goes like this: where I'm gonna give everyone a list of actors and actresses, and they have to try to find the connection to a Marvel. It has to be a Marvel property, so that can be Disney Plus content as well as the MCU movies and stuff. None of the Fox movies, and unfortunately, none of the Sony movies, unless it's been featured in the MCU. So Spider-Man counts. But they have to find a connection to these movies or to this content in the shortest amount of connections as possible. So this one is a morbid one because all of the actors and actresses in this list are deceased. I don't know how to soften that blow, but it is. They're well respected in their craft. Rest easy, on the other side. But, we're going to go down the list, and these are people who are no longer with us in this multiverse. So let's start.
Oh, they're all prancing around in other dimensions. Don't worry.
So let's kick it off with, and I'm gonna go around the room and we'll start with the first one, which is River Phoenix. So first of all, did anyone get it in one connection?
Yeah.
Yes.
I did.
Yeah.
Man, I feel like even though I created this game, I don't do very well in this game and stuff. So there's a lot of these I don't have in one connections.
Lewis, what was yours?
So yeah, let's go down the list. Go ahead, Lewis.
So I got River Phoenix in the 1985 Explorers, also starring Ethan Hawke from Moon Knight.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
Recent.
Breanna, what did you have?
I had River Phoenix in a movie I Love You to Death with William Hurt, who was Thaddeus Ross in basically all the Avenger movies.
Okay.
Civil War, Infinity War.
I had River Phoenix in Sneakers with Robert Redford, who was in Endgame.
Alexander Pierce in Winter Soldier was his first appearance and stuff. So, yes, Robert Redford shot out. I got the same thing as Sam did. So, all right. So everyone got that in one. So you guys get some points there. All right. So our next celebrity connection that we have to find is not notorious. I can't say notorious because that's another person, but the legendary rapper / actor Tupac Shakur. So
he was in Juice with Samuel L. Jackson.
Everyone get that in one. Yeah.
That's the one I got.
Okay. So everyone got the Sam Jackson connection.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
One thing we're told as children is not to judge a book by its cover. The thing we consistently do as adults is exactly the opposite. If you take a look at our bloodstained history, you can start to understand why being great for the majority of people doesn't work when you're in a minority. On Still Talking Black, we present ideas and have discussions and conversations on a variety of topics from a Black perspective. I hope you'll come along for the ride. You can listen to the podcast at stilltalkingblack.com or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Yeah. Also, looking for this, I'm not going to lie, I went down some rabbit holes that led me to some not appropriate stuff that I did not know was on IMDb.
Oh, okay. Well, I got it differently. So I got it in one too. I got it differently than Sam Jackson and Juice. He actually was in a gritty cop movie called Gridlock with Tim Roth. And Tim Roth, for those who don't know, is Abomination in the Marvel universe. So yeah, there's my one right there. But
and I had another one too because I wasn't sure if you were going to count his music videos. It was one of his music videos, and with Bokeem Woodbine, who was Herman Schultz in Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Spider-Man.
I was like, I don't know if I didn't know where we went in media because I also found one that
David
was in a
told
video
me
game.
no. Yeah, David told me no video games. He also told me no Fantastic Four.
I hope I got rid of the video game when it looks like I did.
All right. So that one does count. All right. So next actor is Heath Ledger. So love that guy. He had the notorious role as the Joker. A lot of people loved him in a lot of different movies and stuff. 10 Things I Hate About You, Knight's Tales. He was really, he went too soon. So yeah, another legendary actor, Heath Ledger. So who got that in one?
I did.
All right, let's go around the circle. Start with you, Breanna.
All right. I cheated because we've used Heath Ledger in this game in the past, and I had my notebook still. But he was in Brokeback Mountain with Jake Gyllenhaal, who's Mysterio.
Okay. All right. Who's next? Lewis?
I got Heath Ledger in A Knight's Tale with Paul Bettany, who played John and Vision.
All right.
You got the same thing.
I didn't have either of those.
Oh.
I had Heath Ledger in The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus with Andrew Garfield.
What's with all the Spider-Man stuff? Just okay.
So there you go. One.
All right. So next up here, we got Brittany Murphy. So from fame like Clueless and 8 Mile with Eminem, she was another actress who just getting started with her acting career before tragedy befell her. So Brittany Murphy, who got that in one?
I did.
I think everyone. Okay. All right, let's go. Sam, go first. What you got? What's your connection?
Brittany Murphy was in 8 Mile with Anthony Mackie. Who is
about that.
Falcon.
I forgot. Oh my God. Clarence. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's so cheesy. All right, what you got, Lewis?
So I got Brittany Murphy with 3 Marvel characters in one movie.
Oh.
I got Mickey Rourke as Whiplash.
Okay.
Powers Booth, who was in Avengers. And then Del Toro as the Collector in Sin City.
Sin City. Oh, that's right. Holy moly. Okay.
Bonus points.
That, I will give you bonus points for that one. Forgot Benicio Del Toro was in that.
Powers Booth was the gentleman in Avengers when Nick Fury was talking to like all the lead guys, like where are the Avengers currently at? And he's like, we're currently not tracking them. He's like, you just let them loose. He was that gentleman.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, you definitely got bonus points on that one. I'll hook you up with the 3 bonus on that. What about you, Breanna?
So I had her in Clueless with Paul Rudd.
Hey, same as me. And we all know Paul Rudd is the famous Ant-Man. So, right on. All right. Next up is a actor who died in a very fast and furious way. Is Paul Walker here? Ooh, was that too soon? That wasn't.
It's forever going to be too soon for that, David.
It was very tragic. He's another great up and coming actor and stuff. Well, I don't know. Great. There's some controversy around him and stuff too, but he has passed. So, Paul Walker. Everyone get that one in one?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. Well, who wants to start out? What's your connection?
Are we still counting Morbius? Because
no, Morbius does not count.
Fast and the Furious with Vin Diesel, who's the voice of Groot.
There you go.
That's what I got.
So I got.
Why are you always copying me?
I got something different. I tried to stay away from that one because as soon as I saw Paul Walker, I was like, "Oh, it's Groot."
Yeah, that's
Groot.
I
challenged myself a little bit.
Okay.
So I got him. And I was really trying to. I got another movie with 2 Marvel characters: Idris Elba, who was in Thor, and T.I., who was in Ant-Man in the movie Takers.
Oh yeah, okay. Get you finding double actors and stuff. Okay, extra point.
I can't take all the credit. The internet was my assistant.
All right, and Breanna, did you the same with the Fast and Furious or different?
The Fast and Furious, yeah. And then I had Tyrese Gibson that was in Morbius because we counted Morbius last time. But I feel like they actually ended up taking out all of the Spider-Man references in Morbius. So
did we count Morbius last time?
We did because at that point there was the trailer with Spider-Man in the background with Jared Leto walking by. So we decided that it had some references, but then
we
I
thought
they
they were going
to be
Would Morbius still be canon? Because Vulture's in there.
Yeah, I hate how they got Sony.
I know Sony's really hitting like a gray line of what counts in the MCU.
So yeah, Morbius would count and stuff because they're using the exact characters from the MCU. So yeah.
Either way.
Yeah.
I was like, either way, Fast and Furious, there were people in there. But.
We'll count it. All right. So next one here we have is Naya Rivera, who I didn't know who this actress was at all because I'm not part of that High School Musical group. Glee? Oh, I'm sorry. Was it Glee? I'm not part of that. That's not my generation. That's more of my children. So, but another one who tragically died at a young age and stuff. So,
I remember that being in the news too.
Yeah, I do remember that, and my daughter was a fan of Glee and stuff. So she's the one that kind of was like, yeah, that's the lady. I think she was trying to save her daughter or something, and she drowned, or I can't remember the details. But yeah, so this is the one I'm gonna tell you now. I got it in 2.
I got it in 1.
I did find it in 1. I think this is the one I had the video game at first, but I switched it.
Okay, and you Lewis, you got that in 1 too.
I got it in 1.
All right, so let's hear the ones. What do you guys got? Because I want to go last.
For me, she was an American Dad, the animated TV show with Patrick Stewart, who made his debut in Doctor Strange 2.
Okay, there's one.
She was in Glee with Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh, we didn't know Gwyneth Paltrow was in Glee.
Gwyneth Paltrow was in Glee?
She did a couple cameos, yeah.
Fine.
So, I got her at the Devil's Door with Wyatt Russell, who played John Walker and the Captain America in Winter Soldier. And
right on. Kurt Russell's son. Yeah. Okay.
All this talk about Glee, I think Glee, did it debut on Disney Plus today or something? Because I have received about 400 Twitter notifications about a Glee watch party from Disney.
Yeah.
Just to relate to what we're talking about right now.
I don't have the answer to that, so it's possible, but also I don't care about that. Those musicals, I just... Ugh. All right, here's my 2. All right. So she was in the naughty list with Sean Austin, who, Sean Austin is the reason why I moved to Oregon, because he's a Goonie, and that's where Goonies was filmed. And we also know who else was a Goonie was Josh Brolin, who is Thanos. So there's my 2. So yeah. Glee. Oh yeah, it's on Disney Plus. Well, yeah, check it out. Glee. Yay.
That sounded
so
very
excited.
gleeful. You sounded so gleeful.
I try. I'm not gonna. Okay, there's Glee fans probably who listen to us. I'm sorry. Check out Glee. It's on Disney Plus now. You can have watch parties and enjoy and do single. You do sing-alongs. You do sing-alongs.
Sure, you could turn on the captions.
So I'm more of a Little Shop of Horrors kind of musical, and that's it. That's the only musical I care about.
Feed me, Seymour.
That's right. Can't wait for that remake to come out.
Are you ready for this last one?
All right, and the last one is the great. He is the GOAT. He is the he's a Disney darling. He brought a particular animated character to life that we love. The great notorious Robin Williams, aka Forever the Genie. You guys all got it in one. All right, let's open up with Lewis, our guest. Let's close this out with you.
I got Robin Williams in one of my favorite films from him. It's called August Rush with Terrence Howard, who played Rhodey, first Iron Man.
Nice. Right on. Okay.
I've got Robin Williams with Owen Wilson at Night at the Museum, Battle of the Smithsonian, and
Copycat.
You're a copycat. You peeked at my notes, didn't you? And obviously, Owen Wilson was in Loki.
Yes. Yeah, he was Mobius in the great Disney Plus show, Loki. All right, Breanna.
I had the same one, Night at the Museum, but I specifically picked Secret of the Tomb just for fun.
It's a different one. Same actor, though.
Yeah, so. Still with Owen Wilson.
And then
still Loki.
I third that, yes, Owen Wilson, Mobius, and so there's my one. So, with that said, the totals add up for this particular game. Our guest stole the show. He won.
He did. Lewis smoked us.
Yeah.
He got some bonus points.
Yeah.
He got some bonus points with that Heath Ledger one. So,
and the big loser was...
Surprisingly,
David.
It was me. That's not... I'm going to recount this later, and somehow I'm going to figure out how not to be a loser and make Sam the loser. But yeah, so I just want to say thank our guests for playing this game with us. It is a fun game. I will promise I will do more homework and try to really stomp you guys. I haven't stomped anybody. In fact, it's been super easy. People have been finding it in one. But I'm really going. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna go in the deep recesses, and
I don't like this. This is stressful.
We're gonna find some character actors that you know their faces, you may not know their names, but they've been in a lot of stuff. So we'll this game will ratchet up and be a little harder. But
the amount I click through IMDb to find all of this, me just scrolling constantly and clicking random things until I find something.
So, and then if you want to play this game at home, super easy to do. I mean, you just create a list of your favorite stars that you know for a fact are not in a Marvel movie, and then away you go. Some people who are real movie cinephiles, they don't need to IMDb or use the internet. The rest, some of us, and I'm actually a pretty good cinephile. I don't actually, but you guys are not. So you guys can use the internet to cheat. But with that said, it's still fun to have. It's good rabbit holes to go down through, and you really get to see all the connections, and it's pretty cool to see how short those connections are. So with that, I want to say thank you for playing this game. Congrats, Lewis, for winning. So you're never coming back to play this game again with us, just so you know.
As I slide Lewis the link and say, can you please make a guest appearance, because we need to make David lose. Lewis, why don't you tell us where we can find you on social media?
Yeah, absolutely. So on Instagram, I am at Sunken City Designs. I also have a website, sunkencitydesigns.com. And then I just recently launched a Redbubble store. That is redbubbles.com/Sunken City. So you can find me there. I am on Facebook, not as active, as well as Twitter, not as active, still learning those platforms, but the strongest one you can find me at is on Sunken City Designs at Instagram. And that one I am active throughout the day, replying very actively, also taking feedback, suggestions on ideas, and posting meet and greets, events, pop-up shows, all that I do outside of my normal 9 to 5.
Awesome. And follow this guy. His work is amazing. So I'm a huge fan.
And I think that's all that we have for this week on the Marvel Tribe. And we'll see you guys next week.
Possibly, yes.
Possibly, yes. Yeah. We'll have to check everyone's schedules, but we should hopefully be back. And we'll see you guys soon.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace out.